What was it about him that made you say, you know what, I know you're facing this challenge? Because they say marriage for good or for bad and well, that you weren't married yet. You were just starting to date.
Yeah,
you're starting to date and you're looking at this major illness that he was facing. What was it about him that said, I'm gonna take this risk anyway?
You know what? He was a good person to me. He treated my kids wonderful. My kids adored him, and he was worth taken care of. You know, when he was in the hospital, I stayed in the hospital with him, slept on a bed for 2 weeks and 2 days. I was like, you're sick, I'm sick. Yeah, so it's good.
You wrote about him and you said he was your world.
And I thought about that, and it changed my perspective on what love is. You know, that was what love looks like to me in my mind. Love looks like kindness. It looks like gentleness. It looks like consideration. It looks like encouragement. Yeah.
I don't think I've had one that frame yet. I feel like it was always the opposite for me. I was always the one being considerate, giving, putting myself first. And I think people take advantage of your kindness.
Why wouldn't they? I would.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, you gonna keep giving it to me? I don't have to do anything.
At 4 years old, I was a really happy child. And I think that's because my family was so loving and so supporting and so, they had such a will to make sure that I felt normal and felt like my differences were a very important part of who I was. When I did first get vitiligo, my mom was, she was worried, you know, it was something that she hadn't heard of before. So I remember her bringing me over to my grandmother and my aunt and lifting up the back of my shirt and being like, look, there's a new spot on her back. And my grandmother was like, you can't do that to her because she's going to feel like her differences are something that's negative, and that's not right. She has to grow up knowing that all the things that make her her are valid and are beautiful, and that's how you make her feel important.
Where you want to get in touch with your inner self, how do you pour into your cup?
Family is always first, right?
Right.
I love being a mom. I love my kids. I love being a wife. Okay, I do, honey, do. He cute.
I can't wait till I have my family now.
Okay, yes, girl, it'll come. And I work out. I spend time in my garden at home. I spend time.
Oh, you
with
have
my
a garden
dog.
at
I do. I
home?
have a little garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. What kind of flowers
I
are you growing?
have no flowers.
No flowers?
Okay, but
Okay.
I do want to grow some flowers, but my thumb is brown. It ain't green. As you see how I didn't know how to do this, so I'm still learning.
Mine ain't green either.
I'm just stressing out. But how do you, stay centered and keep yourself together when the world can get a little busy?
Honestly, this weekend is my first time I actually did intentional self-care.
You did.
Yes, I went to go see a chiropractor.